welcome to the Game Lounge. I am your host, Game Lounge 78, and I'm gonna play some Trails in the Sky again. Alright, I'm gonna probably do some grinding tonight. Just a little midnight gaming. I just finished upgrading or updating XSplit, and so as you can see, there's I made a lot of significant changes to my stream as well. But Trails in the Sky is a really in-depth game. So you know, that warning message I used to have, I didn't want that warning message anymore. I just took that out. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna have that. But of course, as you can see, the intro, I changed some of the stuff on the intro. I just got, you know, just start playing around with it. Nothing special about that intro. I just put some screens on there. One thing I do want to talk about, just real quick, the fact that I finally got this thing to work, and I finally updated my Alienware Alpha to the Steam OS. You probably go, you know, it's not a lot of games for it. What I need to do is test it on a HD TV versus a computer screen. The reason for that is because of the refresh rate, HDMI. It should be smoother. I would expect it to be smoother, but I have a 144 Hz refresh rate, so I do not know how to set the refresh rate from. I may have to go back into the actual drivers of the Linux side of the Alienware Alpha or the Steam OS and set the correct refresh rate to probably 120. If I can get it to do that, good. But the fact is, I'm using an HDMI cable and it's not yet correctly set. So I just need to make sure that whatever's turned on, like VSync, it needs to be turned off. Little things like that, but it runs really smooth. It runs really smooth, depending on the games that are developed for it. So I definitely did that. So now I can actually give some nice feedback to the NVIDIA teams, the Steam teams as well. It didn't take very long to install. However, if you plan on using a actual hard drive to install, and I guess mine's hooked up, you need to get you one of these right here, a USB drive. That's the only way it's really gonna install. I thought the opposite. I thought I could just put any hard drive in there and it'll work. Nope. Alright, so what I'm gonna do real quick. Oh, I forgot I charged my controller. So let me I want to run the Ducker, and I want to make sure that there's a lot of Steam games, Steam OS games. I also bought a bale of new games. Not really a bale, but I bought some new games, and I'm ready to play some new games. Definitely. I'm ready to continue some old games, but I got some new games ready to go. Configure my network finally for the internet. Should run a lot better for people who's like trying to tune in and watch. Diablo 3, that's one of them. I'm ready to play this weekend. I have Sonic Lost World. This isn't the Wii U edition. This is the hyper freaking, you know, SOB edition. Alright, so I also just bought Alien Isolation, even though it's been out for a while. I feel like I needed to play that game. It was a really good game. I wanted it a long time ago, so I got it. I also want to continue some what is it? Rayman Legends. Start some original Rayman for the new redesigned Rayman. I want to continue some PS2 emulation games as well. So, but I'm gonna put this back to the intro for a moment. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'm going to grab my Xbox One controller. Should be fully charged by now, and I will be ready to go. Alright, so let's play. Let's get the game on. Alright, so this game, it does take a lot of time to play, and there we go. Just had to kind of put this close to me. I had a really hard workout tonight. But let's play the game. This game again takes a lot of time for Trails in the Sky. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of jobs. So again, I should still be in the cave trying to grind. These monsters are not budging, y'all. So let's play. I haven't played a game in like a few days. I'm just trying to relax the gaming. Alright, so I forgot one thing before I continued. What I like to do is put a little bit of pep in my sound. You guys should know that by now. So I gotta do some cleaning up tonight too, so I'm gonna play this for a little bit. I'm gonna clean up, and then I'm gonna make some nice big updates to my my stream there. Yep. So I'm still in the freaking abandoned mine. I'm telling y'all, this abandoned mine takes forever. I'm thinking about going back, just like powering up my stuff. But I'm in the mine. I just finished beating the bad guys, and I have to now investigate the Lind. So we found the Lind, the big plane, and now I have to Wow, it's pretty barren here. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, the Sky Bandits managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of this place. Yep, so I gotta look around, see what I can find. It's gonna take a while for this investigation. Here's a lift car. Looks like the same type as those on Atlantic Port. Sky Bandits probably use this with the cargo. Okay, so I just gotta look around, see what comes to. I wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. It looks like the flow of orbital energy has completely stopped. Nothing significant around this area. Alright. What's this? It looks like the captain's seat. If these were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. She's always thinking of some wild stuff. Uh-oh. Here's the steering wheel used to pilot the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. Alright. This poor parted plant doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Bunch of plant murders. It probably hasn't been watered for days. So it's wilting away. It's bright in here. There's a lot of light shining into this place. So I'm just kind of checking every seat, every single thing I can find. What? Where am I? Oh, I'm on the outside. Looks like all the people are gone, so that's my opinion so far. I don't know what else to think, or it's about the back of the plane. We checked it over, but it looks like there's nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandits airship and then to wherever their hideout is. Agreed, but this sucks. Right when I thought we had some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue has completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hid an airliner in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in the ship has completely stopped, which means that the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy in an orbman gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout? Yeah, that does seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did it in order to... Alright, here we go. Keep clear of the Royal Army's search party. It's true that the airliner is rather large and easily seen. And in that sense, it would seem highly likely that they would leave it in a different place than their hideout. However, that alone couldn't be considered a decisive reason. From my guess, I would imagine that the hideout is in a slightly peculiar place. Maybe 10 to 15 arg inside. I don't know what arg is. Maybe feet. In short, a peculiar place on which a small aircraft like the Skybandit's airship could land. Interesting. How about terrain covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains and ravines? That seems like a likely place for the Skybandit's hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's the possibility that their hideout may be in a place that we can't reach by foot. Then what can we do? Well, I hate to say it, but we may have to share our conclusions with the Army and ask for their cooperation. Because they're the ones with patrol ships. What? Now you're trying to tell us we should go crawling back to the Army and ask them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the Army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound. I guess you're right. This isn't the time or place to be letting my personal feelings get the best of me. For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Lugren. We should be able to contact the Hawken gate if we use the orbital telephone. Alright. Well, can't find anything, I guess. It's like, what can you do? But this is weird. Guess I gotta go all the way down. Oh, what the hell? Huh? Well, what the heck? In her case. Great. Now this was something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they saved us the trouble of having to contact them. We have found a suspicious armed group. Put your hands in the air, all of you. What in the world is this coming to? A woman and 2 kids? Are the Sky Bandits? Though this girl does look shifty. Hey now, that's just rude. And who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see this shiny emblem on my chest? The bracer emblem, huh? It's an old man. I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence. Uh-oh. Oh boy. General Morgan? Why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lot of you were conspiring with the Sky Bandits? Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And there are no hostages found in here. It looks like the truth has come out. Most likely, you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming. Well, wait a minute here. How about you cut with the crap? My thoughts exactly. And General Morgan is like accusing. Oh man, what's up with this dude, man? He's like all in my. He is not. All right, man. Take them into custody. What? You've got to be freaking kidding me. So I'm in jail for helping his old ass out. The general will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, this cell will give you a place to cool your heels. Wow, I didn't think I would end up in jail. She goes, this is not even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible. Huh? Why not? You remember what the Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mine said, right? He said, this can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early. He did say that. He did say that the last time I fought him. Right, he did say that. Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you? I don't know for sure, but I will bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army. I'm putting the joystick down. Oh my god, you kidding me? This story is deep. This story is deep, y'all. You mean to tell me, of all the fighting I've been doing, somebody in the army has been a mole? Maybe General Morgan. Maybe General Morgan is the mole. I'm getting me a chip. Alright, let's continue the story. Or a collaborator who is leaking information. I'm putting the joystick back down. Shit. Do y'all know what this means? Y'all have to know what this means. Sweet chili pepper and red pepper. This isn't hot. This is a sweet chip, but it's pretty good though. "16 grams of carbs. Servings per container about 5. So, serving size 1. They've got like so many freaking like information about the nutritional values. It's ridiculous. You try to figure out what the serving size is, but that's interesting. So the story could lean either way, guys. It's either somebody in the army or a collaborator, either a civilian, could be a bracer, could be anybody. But you know, it could be anybody. Alright, let's go. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Well, in that case, they'll never get caught. Which means we were the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them. but now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. Oh, it's a man's voice. My. It's not Johnny Gill. So let's find out who this voice is. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix? Here we go. Huh? Did you just say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. Ooh, the cell next door. Which one, left or right? It almost sounds familiar. Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. Could this unfounded self-confidence and tone of absurd narcissism belong to Olivier? You do remember my dukelet chords. So Olivier's been trapped too. Oh man, so if you don't know, if you haven't seen any of my streams on this, Olivier is he likes boys. Or boys like him, whatever the case may be. To think we'd meet in a place like this. It seems we're bound by destiny. Now, I played with Olivier for a few rounds. We need Olivier because he is his long-range weapon is powerful. Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bose. And now you're locked up in a place like this? What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. I'm definitely not asking now. Let's see. I'm sure we'd get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We really don't care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time we're done. And I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Ha ha ha. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details of the tragic incident which befell me. Didn't you listen, dummy? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bowles Market and moved on to the Anteros restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to then feed my artistic soul. So some of the places that you visit in this game, sometimes they'll say this person has been there, or this, sometimes if you talk to every character, sometimes it leads to another event or it correlates. So it's pretty cool how that happened. And he's telling a story about him playing the piano. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill. So I was asked to stay up and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. What the? The lute. A flute. Ha, a musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted the job offer. These conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of mirror. I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Olivier. Yet, I'm not sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Oh well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night I had been enjoying a plate of sauteed duck I had the chef prepare. But the blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my plate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. Well, go on. I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine, which seems good from the cellar. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the Royal City. Grand Chardonnay, was it? Grand Chardonnay. I don't remember the auction. Really? Was it auctioned off? I don't know. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. How much are we talking here? From what I heard, it went from somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 mira. For 500,000 mira for just one bottle? That's out of this world. And you didn't, did you, Olivier? Ha, such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? Oh boy. A rose-tinted visionette of time and space existed within that very bottle. I don't think I can listen any longer. Yeah, you probably don't want to. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is, after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. As I have something in my teeth. Jesus. Okay, I think I got it now. And as I was having the chef cook me up something else to catch the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in. And well, one thing led to another, and I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. She's sleeping. She went to sleep on his ass. That's so funny. And he went to sleep too. She's sleeping. That's an idiot. Pardon? He's like, huh? But do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard a Z and a Z. He heard idiot. Are you listening? This is where the story really gets interesting. You see, several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello, are you listening? Oh man. Alright, so I'm fully restored. Hey you. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, you three, get up. I yawn for real. I'm tired. What's wrong? What are you trying to tell us? We're being interrogated this early in the morning? That's a little early even for me. No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. What? What? Why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I like to consider myself the reason. The General? Oh, Mayor Maybell. Well, what an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you. But don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a request coming from Maybell herself. You better remember to thank her. So you mean Mayor Maybell stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation? Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You knew my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visit your home in Berlin. In fact, we even met once when you were just a baby. Now wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but I don't know Cassius Bright, the bracer. Oh. See how the tone changed with that sentence. That's why I like this game, you know. When you read a lot of the stuff in the game, the content, and the expressions on the faces, that tone changed. He didn't like that. Or he didn't like to hear the bracer side of it. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist, so General Morgan used a bit of a prejudice just a moment ago. Strategist dad. I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. They must have some history. It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army. Well, now that it makes sense, from the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men, I get the same impression. So what you're saying is our lives are such a pain because of Dad? Well, that sounds true, actually. That dirty, rotten scoundrel. How about we return to Bose now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn. So there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be? Oh, how callous people can be at times. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged the bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Oh, I think I remember that Grand Chardonnay now. Ha, indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services that I was about to render. Haha, you're quite the interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself? I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes this to trial, that's going to be at least a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. I can't believe you were released. Nobody likes this dude, man. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Haha, please don't lay on the compliment so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook in such a fine wine without paying a single mirror. Should I play the piano at the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm gonna have to pass on that. Well, she's smart, I know that. Mayor Maybell. After what happened, I think it would be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'll mind a bit. Yeah, he sure does seem to have some thick skin. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these bracers in their work? Ha, you could ever. So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the heart of spring. Hold on a sec. What did we do to deserve this? Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident that you won't be a drag on our work or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic, but of course I'll be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group. That's the kind of line that gets me worried. But maybe we can use an extra hand, as long as we can't count on the army to help us out. I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Well, alright then. We'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you gonna be okay with that? Haha, of course I don't mind. I never let you down, so please, be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so... She said the rock bottom. So I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are all settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Here we go. Maybell is about to tell me some shit that I don't want to hear. It's gonna get interesting. Alright. Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in Bose's South Block. The weapon shop and Orbo factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. What? So is this the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. Guess we better do an investigation of our own then. Yes. I'd like to formally request that you do that. You do just that. I'll send a payment over to the guild for your work that you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses. So the South Block. I have a feeling that the army is going to get in your way again. But I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say, I also think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alrighty, my bosom companions, shall we head to the South Block? Look, buddy, who made you the king of the show? Oh boy, so this is where it's gonna get interesting. Alright, so I gotta go to the South Block. Oh no, this shit didn't. Okay. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why the driver just quit responding. But I know what I'm gonna do real quick. Yeah, see, like okay, good. The stream even like got corrupt. But that's okay. Screw that. Alright, because we're on the North Block. Alright, so let's do some fighting. That hurt him.
Oh, are you done already?
Alright, I think I'm gonna cut out here because I have to go investigate the South Block. But I spent a lot more time reading, so that just took a lot of time up. Oh man, that was a critical hit.
Piece of cake.
Alright, we're barely getting anything, but okay. Let's just save right here. I did a lot of reading. Alright, so I didn't go for that long tonight. Let's go back. Alright, so I didn't go for long tonight. It was just maybe a few minutes. I don't even see how long I've been streaming for. But it doesn't matter. Just for maybe a few minutes. It, like I said, a lot of this game, the time was taken while I was reading. So you know, I gotta get that 5 pound or 5 gallon monster drink and get through this game. But regardless, it's kind of late for me, so I'm just gonna kind of help myself fall asleep for a little bit. Get me some rest. Rest is important. You should get rest too, if it's at nighttime. But definitely thanks for watching this short stream. If you see it, it's going to be on YouTube. And eventually I'll get around to the Steam OS. I was playing it tonight, and the newer games seem to it's Vulkan ready, so it's the newer games are going to benefit from the open source Steam OS. Other than that, have a good night. Until next time, peace.